Yes mate, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be looking at 3 possible outcomes for Man City's appeal against UEFA. If you're new to the channel and you do want to see more football based content from myself, mainly for Manchester City, post-match, transfer news, etc, all that on the channel, make sure to hit that big red subscribe button and turn on post notifications so you don't miss a thing. We're going to kick things off with a little recap as to why this has all kicked off, this has all happened. So Man City were found guilty for serious breaches against FFP financial fair play rules between 2012 and 2016. We were fined £25 million or €30 million, which, let's be honest, that's like pocket change, like money you'd find down the crack of the sofa for Sheikh Mansour. and now we face a 2-year ban from European football, and there's even been rumours with the possibility of us going down to the English Football League 2, losing our 2014 Premier League title, and if that does happen, it'll be handed over to Liverpool. So Steven Gerrard would finally get his Premier League winning medal like that. Oh, that's relevant at all. Man City even responded by saying that they were disappointed but not surprised by UEFA's decision, and immediately signalled their intention to appeal to CAS, Court of Arbitration for Sport. And the case has in fact been initiated against UEFA, or by UEFA, City, whatever it is, and it's taken to the courts. And it's just been a massive talking point. Before we do actually get into these 3 points, just want to give my thoughts on this, and also thoughts I've been seeing from other City fans. There's not really been any that I've seen that have made up any excuses, saying that, oh, what about teams like PSG? What about teams like Chelsea, who have also had money pumped in to the club? What about them? Shouldn't they really arguably get any investigations into this? No City fans really come out and said that, and to be honest, I don't really think that we should go ahead and point fingers at anyone else. With regards to this outcome, whether it will be accepted, denied, don't know. I mean, by the time you're watching this, it's probably been a done deal whether or not it has been accepted or declined. But for now, just don't know, just absolutely have no idea. If our appeal gets accepted, it'll be brilliant. That means we'll still be going forward and try our best to go ahead and challenge for the Champions League title. If it gets declined, it's not all doom and gloom. I mean, the closest we've ever got is the semi-finals. People have always been bigging us up, saying, oh, we're Man City are favourites, go ahead and win the competition. But the closest we've ever got is the same as Leeds United. Let's just put that into context. It's also just trying to be real about it as well. But enough jibber jabber, we're just going to go straight in with the 3 possible outcomes. I was quite surprised at this from doing research. I thought there was only 2, but nope, there are 3 possible outcomes from this. The first one is Man City losing the appeal and what effect that would actually have on us. So the 2-year ban would remain in place, and that will result in about £220 million loss in revenue, which is a huge amount, even with a multi-billion club owner like Man City and Sheikh Mansour. Losing £220 million is a huge, unbelievable loss. And to be honest, whatever team you're at, it's not really a loss you can afford. Let's put it that way. As well as that, City would launch another appeal, a second appeal, with the Swiss Federal Court over CAS's, the Court of Arbitration's ruling. This is likely to be unheard until the campaign, and it would result in being time consuming. As well as that, Man City would also struggle to bring in any big players coming into the club. So recently we've been linked with Milan Skriniar, Koulibaly, Jadon Sancho, players like that. It'll be very hard us to attract them to the club. On top of that, we'll probably end up losing more current players at the club. So of course, Leroy Sané, he's officially a Bayern Munich player. Kevin De Bruyne, Laporte, Sterling, big players like these, big, huge, crucial players like these, who are just so important to the club, always playing consistently when they're fit, especially De Bruyne and Laporte. But that's just one outcome, one bad result if we do go ahead and lose the appeal. On top of that as well, with regards to money, Kevin De Bruyne, if he were to stay at the club, he would want Man City to reimburse him with all the money that he will be losing if Man City don't, all the bonuses and everything that he will lose if our appeal is not accepted. So the second outcome is Man City will win the appeal. So Man City would enter the 2020-21 Champions League competition with us securing second place against Brighton last night and progression to knockout stages this season. And that will rule out this stupid idea of Guardiola leaving, other key players leaving, potential of us going down to the English League Football 2 and having our 2014 title stripped from us. And on top of that as well, if we do actually, just a little added bonus, if we do go ahead and have our appeal accepted, that means that officially we would have qualified for the Champions League 10 seasons in a row, which is a ridiculously good statistic. Just absolutely impressive. And on top of that, this is our 7th consecutive season finishing above Man United. Just thought I'd put that out there, just while we're talking about seasons and facts and figures as well. And now on to the third option. So the third option is Man City's punishment reduced. There is also the possibility that the appeal meets some sort of middle ground. This discussion would mean Man City are still found guilty of breaching the rules, but would serve a less severe punishment. Such a ruling could see the length of the ban reduced and or having the fine lowered. So we could end up having been found guilty, but our ban would be reduced, the fine would be lowered. Either way, it would just be an absolute blow to not be participating in a competition like the Champions League. So in conclusion, I'm going to go ahead and just expand my thoughts just a little bit more on that. If it is accepted, like I said, brilliant, great. We'll be able to make that 220, however much it was, £1 million revenue. Our reputation will still be able to be upheld at the club. And also, like I did mention earlier, we will be able to attract players to the club as well, like Koulibaly, Skriniar, Jadon Sancho as well, if he does make a return to the club. If it's declined, yes, it would be a massive blow. Yes, it would be annoying, especially as every season we are bigged to go ahead and win the competition. There is times where I feel, yeah, we're making good progress. We probably could. Consider as well this season, the champions Liverpool, they've been knocked out, even though there is teams to go up against, like Atletico Madrid, Juventus, PSG, all the rest of it, Bayern Munich, Barcelona. But if it's declined, Premier League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, we can push and push and push, and within those 2 years, just try our absolute best to go ahead and dominate that, and just try our best to just go full blast and just, like I said, dominate. It will also be able to have more of a chance of younger players from our youth being able to make it into the first team if we can't attract those big players. So there's, I think his name's Jaden Braff, some left winger who's been dubbed as a replacement for Leroy Sané. Tommy Doyle as well, of course, he made his Premier League debut against Brighton, only for like 10 minutes or whatever it was. So to be honest, either way, it'll be brilliant if we do go ahead, if it does go ahead and get accepted. But then again, like I said, it's not all doom and gloom. But that's what I'm going to wrap it up. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. If you did, make sure to drop a like, and like I said, subscribe. If you are not, let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching, but until tomorrow, whenever, I'll see you guys in a bit.